This is the Cool Gel 12-inch Queen Memory Foam mattress. It has such a classic, clean look with its white finish and a snug, seamless top that makes it look tidy in any room. You can tell right away it's substantial, and the height, 12 inches, is just right. Not too high to feel bulky, but definitely not thin. Honestly, I've had my share of experiences with mattresses, especially from running my Airbnbs, and I want to give a quick review based on day-to-day, real use. From my experience, as someone who actually sleeps on these from time to time, and as a person who gets tons of post-stay notes from guests, I can say the comfort of this mattress stands out. There's always that moment when you pull the bedding off, maybe for laundry day or checking after a guest, and you kind of pause because you remember how many guests commented on having a great night's sleep. That's been the story for me with this mattress. People seriously will ask me for the brand name or even take pictures of the law tag, which, let's be honest, hardly ever happens with most mattresses. Let's talk about some key features, starting with the feel. The memory foam layer is really the star here. Cool gel means there's gel built into the foam, and I know that sounds like advertising talk, but all it means is that the top few inches are designed to pull away heat, so you don't get too hot while you sleep. There's nothing worse than waking up sweaty at 3 in the morning, so I was pretty skeptical if that would actually work. In my opinion, it does help a lot. I'm not saying you'll feel cold, but it's noticeably less stuffy than mattresses without the gel. I'm someone who tends to sleep warm, so a little cooling goes a long way for me. Even after months, I still notice that it stays comfortable through the night, and I rarely feel overheated anymore. This mattress is described as medium firm. Basically, that just means it's not rock solid, but also not super soft or squishy. It's a sweet spot. When you sit down or lay back, you get that slower sinking in feeling from the memory foam, but you don't totally disappear into it. Instead, you're supported. Your shoulders and hips sink in a bit if you're a side sleeper like me, but not too much. It relieves pressure on joints, and for me, it cut down on those times I'd wake up sore in the lower back or shoulders. Key features like pressure relief aren't just buzzwords, you actually feel it. People sometimes worry memory foam will trap them, but with this mattress, you'll notice there's enough pushback so you don't get stuck when trying to move or turn over. Another thing I've learned managing Airbnbs is that mattresses need to be versatile. They have to work for people who sleep in all kinds of ways, and I find the Cool Gel does a nice job for side sleepers especially. Most of my guests are couples, and there's rarely a complaint about one side being more dipped in than the other, or waking up from the other person rolling. The construction just distributes weight nicely. I've slept on it with my husband, and it feels stable, like you can shift without shaking the entire bed. That's a big perk, especially if you share the bed. I do want to mention something real: edge support. If you sit on the edge of the bed, you will notice it compresses more than some of those innerspring mattresses. This isn't a major problem for most sleepers, but I know some people like a really firm border when they're putting on shoes, or if they spend a lot of time sitting along the bed's edge. If that's important for you, it's something to keep in mind. However, for regular sleeping, I rarely notice it. Unboxing is another key feature I want to touch on. When it ships, the Cool Gel comes in a large, vacuum-sealed roll. Don't be put off by the look. It's actually kind of fun to watch it come to life. You just cut the plastic, lay it flat, and leave it for a day. It unrolls and expands right into shape. There's a little bit of new mattress smell at first, but it wears off after a few hours. I love that you don't need a box spring. A simple platform base works perfectly. For me, that's less fuss and expense. Let me talk durability for a minute. I was hesitant at first because memory foam can sometimes wear out, especially with lots of guests coming and going. After months of use, plus all the traffic in a rental business, it's holding up great. There's no permanent dips or weird lumps, and the surface feels just as even and comfortable as the first few weeks. Maintenance is pretty easy. Just keep a good mattress protector on it. No mattress is perfect, and the Cool Gel has a couple of small drawbacks. Besides the softer edge, it isn't the bounciest option out there. It has that classic memory foam slow response, so if you're used to a really springy feel, this will be different. I actually prefer less motion because I don't want to be bounced around, especially if my husband or a guest moves, but it's something to note. People sometimes mention responsiveness, which just means how quickly the mattress bounces back after you press it. Memory foam is always, by design, slower. Another thing some people talk about is how these all-foam mattresses might not be the absolute coolest during the hottest summer nights. In my opinion, The cool gel technology definitely helps more than standard foam beds. But if you sleep really hot, you might still want to use lighter bedding. Personally, the difference is big enough that I'd choose it over a regular mattress any day, especially when you add in the pressure relief. A lot of guests ask me about what's in the mattress. One important thing to note, this mattress is CertiPUR-US certified, which means it's made without nasty chemicals, no fiberglass, no ozone depleters, and all that stuff. For people with allergies or just wanting peace of mind, that's something worth mentioning. When I think about who this mattress would be a good fit for, I'd recommend this for anyone looking for a balance of support and cushion without sweating through the night. It's perfect for side sleepers or anyone who wakes up sore on a traditional bed. If you're setting up an Airbnb or guest room, or just don't want to drop a fortune on a new bed, but still want quality, this hits the spot. And from my experience, guests with all sorts of sleep preferences have had good things to say. I don't get complaints about it being too soft or too hard, which is a win in my book. In conclusion, I think the cool gel 12-inch queen memory foam mattress gives you great comfort and reliability for the price. The cooling effect isn't just talk. You do notice the difference, and sleepers of different shapes and sizes get support without aches and pains. There are a few small weaknesses, like the edge support and slow bounce back, but they're easy to overlook given the overall sleep quality and how easy it is to set up. If you're on the hunt for a new mattress, and especially if you want something you don't have to baby, I really suggest giving this one a try. It's made my life easier both as an owner and a sleeper, and I'd happily get more for future homes. If you have any questions or want to know more about my experience, drop a comment below. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss my next quick review. Thank you for watching.